Welcome to this video where we will learn about the legendary Saiva Saint Aanaaya Nayanar. He hailed from the area of Malarmaari, from the town of Thirumangalam. Present-day Malarmaari is said to be situated to the north of the great town of Tiruchirappalli, on the northern banks of the Kollidam river. As Sundaramurti Nayanar of the 8th century in the Common Era has praised Aanaaya Nayanar in some of his Thiruppaattu, we can confirm that Aanaaya Nayanar has lived prior to or during Sundarar's time. Aanayar's Guru Pusai is annually celebrated on the Astam Natchatram of the Tamil month of Karthigai, which is usually around the months of November and December. His glories have been shared with the rest of the world by many great saints, including Circular Swamigal, who has dedicated 42 songs in his Periya Puranam to him. Now we know a few details about Aanaaya Nayanar, let's learn a bit more about his story. In the blessed and biodiverse lands of Upper Malanadu, where nature's fragrances filled the atmosphere and where natural water was found in abundance, where flora and fauna coexisted harmoniously, lived a great servitor of the Lord's holy ash, who was known as Aanaayar. Born into a clan of cowherds, he performed his daily job with utmost care and dedication. With his protection, the loving cows, calves and bulls lived happy lives, for their caretaker ensured that they always had access to soft pastures for food and clean and fresh water to drink. During these times, he would also gracefully play the flute, thinking of the glorious feet of the Lord at all times. He would share with his surroundings the powerful Panchachara mantra through the medium of his melodious flute playing. Using this wonderful instrument made intricately out of a bamboo stem, he expertly manoeuvred across the 7 key musical notes to generate audible nectar. This way, he lived his life in full dedication to the Lord, by performing his prescribed duties and looking after all these cows, and also by sharing the Lord's greatness through his delightful music. On one particular day, as usual, Aanaayar got ready for his daily duties by covering his forehead and body in the Lord's holy ashes, and by wearing small garlands and wreaths of fragrant flowers and leaves, like he normally did, one of which would be around his knot of hair, which would be shiny and neatly tied. He guided the loving cows towards lush green pastures so they can eat to their contentment. However, it was during this journey when he came across a magnificent Kondrate tree, which was emphasized by the movement of joyous bees, who had just now consumed the nectar of the flowers of this very tree, and were now buzzing and flying around it energetically. This very tree, through the eyes of Aanaayar, who was a pure devotee, looked like none other than the all-loving Lord himself. For Aanaayar didn't see flowers growing on branches, but bright garlands around the Lord, and the flowers and branches rustling in the gentle breezes looked exactly like floating strands of the Lord's glorious hair. Overwhelmed by this godly sight, Aanaayar became engulfed in pure love for the Lord. He worshipped this tree, thinking of it as the physical presence of the Lord Almighty himself, and he started generating audible nectar through the medium of his flute once again, sharing his love for the Lord with the powerful Panchachara mantra of Om Namah Shivaya. He warmed up gracefully, striking each musical note with great clarity, in ascending and descending order, before moving on to various puns, Tamil melodic modes used since ancient times. Such was Aanaaya's expertise in the ways of flute playing. However, not once did this great soul think of utilizing it for any reason other than sharing the all-loving Lord's glories. Thus, he continued to share wondrous music through his flute, and blessed were all the beings who experienced it. In these moments, these divine sounds filled all the flora and fauna in Aanaaya's surroundings. All the herds of the cows stopped chewing their food as soon as they started experiencing the bliss created by Aanaaya's devotional music. Hungry calves stopped suckling, for their hunger became satisfied upon hearing these divine notes. All the bulls and beasts stopped in their tracks and became thrilled to hear such sounds. Dancing peacocks stopped immediately in awe and travelled to experience these sounds closer to its source. Other cowherds working nearby forgot what they were doing, for their minds were taken over by the audible ambrosia. Such was the power of Aanaaya's devotional outpourings via his flute, that all beings, including all birds, snakes, elephants, lions, and tigers, forgot all enmity and shared great joy in being able to experience such a divine spectacle in each other's company. The world's trees stopped their dancing in the breeze. The winds stopped momentarily. Rivers halted their flow, and the crashing waves of the seas froze in their motion. Such was the purity and power of Aanaaya's devotion towards the all-loving Lord, that he momentarily brought the whole world together in harmony. All celestial beings and learned sages showered this wonderful individual with heavenly flowers. The all-loving Lord, too, became so pleased with his loving devotee that he too came in front of him and gave him his glorious vision and blessed him, before taking him with him to his eternal abode. The legendary Aanaaya Nayanar lived an amazing and inspiring life, which has been immortalized in the wonderful works of many legendary authors who were blessed by the all-loving Lord's grace. These great individuals include the great Sundaramurti Nayanar of the 8th century in the Common Era, the amazing Nambiyandaar Nambi of the 11th century in the Common Era, and of course the magnificent circular Swamigal of the 12th century in the Common Era.
Ilaimalintha Vaelnampi Arupaththu Eenadinathan Adiyarkum Adiyen Ilaimalintha Nambi Kannappat Kadiyen Kadavurit Kalayandran Adiyarkum Adiyen Ilaimalintha Thol Vallal Manakkanjaran எஞ்சாத வாட்டாயன் அடியார்க்கும் அடியேன் அலைமலிந்த புனல் மங்கையானாயற்கடியேன் ஆரூரனாரூரில் அம்மானு காலே ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய தாயவன் யாவுக்கும் தாழ் சடை வேதனி திங்கள் வைத்த தூயவன் பாதம் தொடர்ந்து தொல்கி துளையாட்பரவும் வேயவன் மேல் மழ நாட்டு விரிவுணை மங்கள கூர் ஆயவன் நானாயனன்னை யுவன் தாண்டருளினே விண்ணவர்கள் மலர்மாரி மிடைந்துலகம் இசை விளங்க எண்ணிலரு முனிவர் குழாம் இருக்கு மொழி அடுத்தேத்த அண்ணலார் குழற்கருவீர் அருகிசை தங்குடன் செல்ல புண்ணியனார் எழுந்தருளி பொற்பொதுவின் இடைப்புக்கார்.
All hail the legendary Aanaaya Nayanar.